Hey friends, welcome back. This is Ann, author of hiddenfarmlife.com. If you have sourdough starter and you don't know what to do with it, stay tuned because I have a great idea for you. I was just about to use mine up because I like to keep it going and keep it fresh. And I thought, why not share this with all of you because maybe you're wondering what to do too, so stay tuned. Having a sourdough starter can be intimidating to start, but it doesn't have to be. We have the starter and you feed it. You have to feed it. If you're going to keep it out, you have to feed it every day. And if you don't know how to make your own starter, I'll link it up above so that you can start from scratch. But you feed it, it grows, and then you're like, what now? I don't know what to do with it. You want to make bread, you want to make pancakes, and then what do you do with the rest? This is one of my go-tos when I have a lot of starter that I want to cycle through and then feed it again. So I'm going to show you what to do. And this is just one recipe. We have tons that we can, just Google, you'll find tons. So let me get this started and we'll be right back. I am using my favorite Lodge cast iron skillet. You don't have to use a cast iron skillet, but I love them. Once they are seasoned, they work so well. This is probably a 12 or 13 inch. I can look it up what it is and I will link it in the description below. But I have my pan on low, medium low, and I have about a teaspoon of butter in here. That's strictly for flavoring. My pans are pretty seasoned. So what I like to do, excuse me for reaching, is I have some just generic pizza seasoning. I am going to make some sourdough pizza crusts that I can put in the oven in the freezer. So all I do, and I have my sourdough starter here, and you can see it's all nice and bubbly. I'm just going to grab a 1 cup measure, and I'm going to just put this into the pan. And in the pan, remember, there's a teaspoon of butter, and then I put some seasoning down so that that side of the crust is seasoned. And then I'm just going to get all of this out of the cup, and I'm using the utensils that nature gave me, my hands and fingers. And then once I have all of that down, I'm going to go ahead and spread this out. We like a bit of a thicker crust, so that's why I like to use this size pan. You can use a bigger pan and spread it out more. I just really like this one, and so does my husband Darren. So we're gonna let that cook, and then I'm going to add, before I let this sit, I'm gonna add a little bit more pizza seasoning to the top, and then we're gonna let that cook fully. Again, we're on about low medium. So we'll come back when this side, I'll show you what it looks like when you know to flip it. So see, so as you can see, this part is starting to already cook, and then these parts where it looks whiter are still where it's pretty wet and it hasn't cooked through yet. I like to wait until it's completely cooked through before I flip it. So stay tuned. So you can see it's completely cooked now, so I'm going to go ahead and flip this, and then you can see all the brown bits on this side, and I'm going to go ahead and cook the other side and let that go. Once the pizza crust is cooked, I am going to go ahead and take it out, put it on a plate to cool. I'm going to set that aside, and I'm going to repeat this as many times as I'd like to get my sourdough starter down to where I want it to be before I feed it again. So I'm going to make probably 2 or 3 more, and then I'll see you right back here. So once the pizza crusts are cooled completely, I ended up making 4 of them. I am going to set that aside, and I will take each one individually and put it on a piece of parchment paper, and then I will just kind of, you can fold it however you want. I usually just bring the corners in, and then I will wrap this in plastic wrap, aluminum foil, or I might slip it into a freezer bag, and I will put these in the freezer somewhere where I can get them flat. We have a stand-up freezer, and I'll just put them on the shelf so that they can freeze flat, and then once they freeze flat, I will put them all together in a bag, and then I will put them into the main freezer and, save space that way. And then we can just pull them out when we're ready to use them. I hope this recipe helps you feel a little bit more confident and secure about having and starting a sourdough starter. It's really easy to maintain and keep, and I mean, you can have a bunch of delicious pizzas in no time. The way I like to serve these, I will get them out of the freezer. If say I'm going to take these 4 out that I just made, I will let them come to room temperature from the freezer, and then I will put them on a sheet pan, and probably either on a Silpat or parchment paper, and then I'll just put whatever toppings on that I want. A favorite is Hawaiian pizza, so I will use my favorite marinara sauce or the sauce that I made last year canning, and chop up some ham, pineapple, put some cheese on top, and then I will put it in the oven at 350 for however long it takes to heat through, and then for the cheese to get nice and bubbly. So hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you found it helpful and useful. If you have any questions, please leave it in a comment below and let me know. Are there any more sourdough recipes that you would like to see in the future? If so, leave that in the comments below as well. Until next time, we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.